welcome back to Learn Golf with Cassie. Today we're going to be comparing an old set of golf clubs, which is the Jack Nicklaus set, and then Coach Dad's Titelist set, so we can compare the modern and old technology.
Okay, thanks Cassie. Yeah, so today I came across an old set of Jack Nicklaus golf clubs, almost brand new. And I thought it'd be interesting to see how old technology from nearly 20 years ago faces up to new technology on golf. So we're going to split this into two videos. We're going to do some irons shots, see the difference in distance, and then we're going to go and do the woods in a second video and compare how the wood technology 20 years ago matches up with modern technology. And I use the AP2s for Titleist here. We're going to try out the 5-iron, the 7-iron and the pitching wedge. And this is the Golden Bear set. There is a big difference in that these are graphite shafts called Optiflex, and my Titelists are steel shafts, so there's going to be a little bit of difference. But 20 years ago, graphite was all the rage, and I actually used to have a set of graphite clubs back in the day also. So we'll see how they match up against each other. Let's get into it. We've actually got the original Golden Bear bag, and as you can see, some of the clubs are still in the wrapping. I'm going to take this one out. I think this one is probably a 3-iron. Again, I might actually try this out against my hybrid because I don't carry a 3-iron any longer. So I'm going to take the 3-iron out as well and give that a hit too. So this is the Golden Bear Powercurve. A little bit inset behind the club centre of the ball. These were, I believe, 1999, although I couldn't really find out much information on the internet about them. But these are kind of like the kind of clubs, the cheaper sets of clubs that you would buy from a kind of macro rather than the top line Titleist. So again, is this not quite apples with apples, but let's see how we do. Let's start with the pitching wedge. Cassie is going to take a few videos and she's going to tell you how far the different clubs go. I'm going to try and swing the same way with both clubs, and we'll see the difference in the flight and how much distance there is. And I'll give you some feedback on how it actually feels.
This is the Titelist pitching wedge.
Yeah, this is the AP2 pitching wedge. Usually goes about 120.
He got these clubs fitted. Yep, around 120.
Oh, that's perfect. It's a bit.
That was actually pretty good. It went similar distance. They're just going a little bit shorter than the Titleist, but not much.
Just a little bit shorter and a little bit dispersion. Let's go to the 7-iron. AP2 should be about 150 or so.
So yeah, a little bit left, but 150.
On the 7-iron for Jack Nicklaus, probably I'm expecting it to be performing worse at the lower end of the clubs.
That was actually pretty nice.
A little bit left, a little bit thin, not a great swing. Better swing.
They're going about 145 or something, but not much different.
That's exactly 150. strike. Okay, both 150. Back to the Jack Nicklaus. Not bad, it was a bit skinny though. Okay, a little bit short and left. Okay, so we're moving to the 5 iron on the AP2s. This should be about 180 for me. There we go. That's the normal shot. About 165. It feels very thin. Doesn't feel like there's much, getting behind the ball. Better strike. Only about 160. Big difference between the 5 and the 5s. There we go. That's the normal shot. Can you see that down?
Yep.
Still going left. 150. Okay, so looking at those shots and playing them, the actual high wedge, pitching wedge of the Nicklaus Golden Bear stood up okay. For the short irons, it was not dissimilar with the pitching wedge. Whereas you went down to the 7 and the 5, the distance kind of just dropped off massively. I mean, the 7 iron was about 10 yards shorter. When we got to the 5 iron, it was, I don't know, maybe 20 to 25 yards shorter than the Titelist. So, not bad clubs. They've got the sort of inset behind here, which is not dissimilar to the AP2s. And this was 20 years ago, so they still felt pretty solid, but not half as solid as these ones. These are performance forgiveness improvement clubs, and you can really feel it. You miss on the toe, you miss on the heel, you're still okay. These ones, when you miss out of the centre, then the difference was quite a big one. We're going to take one final swing or two with the 3 iron against my hybrid. I don't carry a 3 iron anymore, I only carry a hybrid. So we're going to see how the 3 iron of the Jack Nicklaus Golden Bear set matches up with a hybrid. So we're looking at the Titelist 915 here. This is about 4 years old, going up against a 3 iron Jack Nicklaus. It's 20 years old. Okay. Oh yeah, lovely. Iron. I haven't hit a 3 iron in years. Well, that wasn't too bad. Swing wise, drifting a little bit. Straight one. Barely 160. Okay, let's see from behind. So, I mean, not having played a 3 iron for many years, the 3 iron was difficult for me to control. The hybrid felt a lot more smooth, but at least they both had graphite shafts. I think the shafts make a big difference these days, as you know. Okay. I found that interesting, the Jack Nicklaus, the old versus the new technology. As the clubs got longer, the results were massively different. We're going to take a look at the 3 wood and driver next, so check the next video out. Okay, see you next time. Bye.